Hello, Kat.
Hello, Tiffany. I always say that in such a weird, creepy voice. Like, hello, Tiffany. It sounds like something from Alfred Hitchcock Presents or something.
As if mine wasn't. Hello, Kat. Oh, how you doing?
Oh, better every minute. How about you?
Oh, probably worse every minute.
No.
No, 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 no,
Yeah, okay, maybe. You're allowed. You could be
no.
worse
Yeah,
every minute if you need to.
yeah. It's just, it's a lot. We were just chatting about our layoff episode, and
Yeah.
we did it for Patreon, and one of our listeners, Dawn, sent us an absolutely lovely message. So shout out.
Horrifyingly sad, but
Yeah, that's not really how I wanted to phrase that.
it
Just
was
like,
lovely. It was just nice to be like, yes, solidarity. Like
yeah,
you if you're going through a layoff, you're not alone and holy shnikes, it sucks.
yeah. No, I know. It friggin' sucks. And just to hear that it helped was really nice to hear. Um, yeah, because now my husband also might lose his job in September. So we're doing great.
Knock wood. I'm knocking wood. Yeah,
This
no, I know.
country is just, we are just doing great.
Oh, okay,
But we're gonna
real
be
quick.
fine.
One thing,
Yeah.
one thing I was reading, somebody said, everybody's blaming AI for layoffs, and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's the economy, stupid. Like, the economy's not good,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Mm-hmm.
what it is. Nobody's expanding, nobody's taking risks, company-wise, because
Yep.
everything is so uncertain. So
Mm-hmm.
it's AI has not replaced everyone. It's just companies are laying people off, and they can blame AI, and that looks better for the numbers for the stock market, but it's not the truth. So anyway,
Yeah.
I read that somewhere, and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was like, oh, that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. I'm
We're
sure it
living,
contributes, but
yeah,
yeah.
we're living in an undercover recession. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. And yet some people in charge would tell us we're doing great.
we're in a
So,
K-shaped economy too, right? So the well-off are
right.
getting pay raises, and the not so well-off are losing their jobs. And anyway, I'm going to talk about that in our next episode too. So
Sweet. Okay.
yeah,
But yeah, that makes sense. So,
yeah.
okay, well,
Tonight,
on tonight's show, it's actually so boring sounding, but so interesting. So, do you want to guess my least favorite gardening job?
mulching.
Yes.
Just because I know but I also do not love it.
No, it's backbreaking. You're heaving those heavy ass
Stinky.
bags around. It
I don't like the
smells
way it smells. It
bad.
smells like vinegar to me, and I don't like it.
No,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah. And the bags rip and you're cursing everybody's
And it
name.
just
Yeah.
and it's not like it just gets everywhere,
Uh-huh.
You're like
Yeah,
yeah.
you're spilling it. Yeah. And if I don't want to do that labor, I have paid somebody $800 to do that for me.
Holy shnikes.
That's insane. I haven't done that more than once. That was when we
Okay,
first
yeah,
bought
you're
the
like, "Oh,
house.
okay. That's
Yeah, but I'm like, excuse me, $800. Like looking back, I'm like, that was dumb. Why did I do that? But live and learn. So hardwood mulch actually didn't used to be much of a thing, which is really interesting. So I read this article called "The Evolution of Hardwood Mulch." More interesting than it sounds. And mulch started gaining popularity when the lumber industry was booming in the 60s and 70s, and they had all this excess
right. What
waste.
are they going to do with it? Right.
Mm-hmm. So that sort of became a thing, and people started loving like your dyed mulch, your black mulch, your god awful.
Oh
Well,
my
I'll
God, the
explain
red.
why.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll explain why. Some of it's dyed brown, and that just makes me want to cry.
Cuz it's already brown. Okay, I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
Uh-huh. No, I'll explain why you want to avoid dyed mulch. But did you know that instead of scheduling in that annual back-breaking labor, mulch can actually be alive?
Tell me more.
And using living mulch gives you all the benefits of regular mulch with like 10% of the labor.
The mind reels. I'm just like, ah.
Yes,
Okay. All
it's an
right.
oasis.
Yes.
Plus, you can get a thriving pollinator garden out of it as well.
What do you know?
So, today we're exploring all kinds of mulch, but I'm especially excited about the idea of living mulch, plants helping keep other plants alive. I've seen it work in my front garden beds, and I'm excited to share what my experience and research shows.
I'm stoked.
Yeah. Welcome to Greening Up My Act. All right, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah,
That was
this
my intro.
is one of those topics that you're like, oh, I didn't even. It's like taxes or something. It's like not
Yeah.
something you think about, and like if somebody's talking to you about it, you're like, but okay, blowing my mind already just with that intro. I'm like, oh,
Good. I know. I was shocked. I was just like, wait.
well,
Mulch is interesting.
we've been talking about we need to mulch because it gets so dry here in Texas. Or you want to mulch to keep moisture for the dry summer, and then in the winter you want mulch to protect and so all these, and it's like, oh, I've been so bad about doing that, and it's because I don't want to go to freaking Home Depot and buy giant bags of bark.
Yep. Because
Okay.
you have a car that they fit in even. Like, it's just so annoying.
I could maybe put 2 bags in. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
I have
So,
a Hyundai.
okay. Yes, it's such
Sean
a
has
pain.
a Mini Cooper hatchback, so
Okay,
that's
that's
fun.
not much bigger, so
You'd be surprised. Hatchbacks fit a lot, but yeah, it's like
that's true.
we don't have a truck,
Yeah. Yeah, Joe wanted a Mini Cooper for a while, actually.
They're fun.
We,
They're fun.
I think we test drove one. I can't remember now. Oh, we did, but it was like very old, and we ran the codes, and it was like 45 codes of terribleness. So it was
Okay, don't do that then.
nothing
Yeah.
fun, yeah. Which did you know that when you're buying a used car, you can actually buy this like $80 little machine and plug it into the car, and it will
None of
run the
that.
codes for you, and you can figure out what's wrong with it.
I
'Cause
would
the
usually
dealers
just
won't tell you.
I usually just take it to my own mechanic and he'll do that, but
Yeah, you can do that too, or you can just. It's like it takes like 5 minutes. It's crazy.
wow.
Yeah. Anyway, that's just a life tip for anybody who use car shopping.
Don't get swindled.
Yes, it's so easy to do. We've been swindled so many times.
Oh,
So
no.
we learned our lessons. Okay, so who are we? Welcome to our show.
Yes.
Who are we, Kat?
We are 2 women with marketing backgrounds
Mm-hmm.
who have an interest in living a green lifestyle and have been trying to dig in for the past 10 seasons,
Crazy.
which is wild, like 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Trying to dig into what you as an individual or we as individuals can do. Also, we talk about, what corporations are doing for or against things that could protect the world against climate change, but it's not just climate change. It's, our water, it's public health, it's natural ecosystems. I mean, there's so much that goes into it. And
Yes.
yeah, I think we started out being like, yeah, we like DIY dish soap, and now we're like, okay, social justice includes labor rights for working, and just
I still use my DIY not dish soap.
no,
but,
don't. Dish soap was our first soggy granola, I think, our first bad
Oh yeah, the
choice.
dishwasher. Yes.
Dishwasher
It
detergent.
Totally.
Yeah,
was.
but I just use my Dr. Bronner's spray to clean something today. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yeah. It's awesome.
yeah, I mean, we've learned a lot, but it's also like it's the whole Dunning-Kruger thing where you start something out and you're like, I kind of know this, and then the more you learn, the more you know you don't know.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Which is kind of overwhelming sometimes, but
yeah,
we're all in it together.
we can all be
nobody knows shit.
novices together.
Yeah, and anybody who's an expert in one thing, like the guy who was like the expert on clover lawns, like he's not an expert on frickin'
Email marketing.
electric cars.
Yeah,
Or,
right.
like, email marketing. Yeah.
I was like, things we do. I'm like
No,
SEO
I'm like, I'm not,
keywords. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can't know everything.
AP style. Who doesn't know
Yeah.
AP style?
Oh yeah, we definitely know AP style for sure. Too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serial comments for the win. Not AP style. But anyway.
Okay, so my sources, I actually had a lot because I got kind of into this one. I have a cat meowing. Did you hear her?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, she's under my feet. She might join us, but
Okay.
so that evolution of hardwood mulch article that I mentioned. I also watched this YouTube video, Mulch as a dryland strategy. Really interesting. But it only sort of relates because he's like turning a desert into a little oasis,
Oh, okay.
which is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do it in a sustainable way. Um, University of Michigan leaf mulch study. Another study from University of California, cooperative extension. So they're like extension on water retention and mulch. Plants journal, a journal just called Plants.
Plants,
Like,
the journal.
I
I like
need
that.
to read that more.
Yeah, you should probably subscribe.
Yeah. A little pamphlet from University of California, also on mulch. Gardening Know-How, which was just like a website, but they talked about eco-friendly mulch. And then we kind of get into living mulch, and that's where this comes in. But like Growing a Greener World is another website. They talked about this mulch certification. There's a Mulch and Soil Council guide. Or sorry, Mulch and Soil Council. And they certify mulch. Don't know if you knew that. Now you do.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like
we'll
you're
talk
saying,
about it.
there's experts all over the world.
Yes. If you're a mulch expert, you're not a freaking clover expert. So,
Right.
you know.
Niche
can only-
topics. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And then just an article on living mulch from the Edge of Woods Nursery, which I didn't see where they're from, but I love when nurseries have blogs. Makes
Me
happy.
too.
Yeah, it's just nice. So, all right, what are we talking about today?
Mulch.
Mulch.
It's just such a, I mean, even the word is like mulch.
I know.
It's one of those English words where it's like,
Yes.
it sounds
You
like
just have to say it. Mulch.
mulch.
Like just. Ugh.
We're talking about mulch tonight. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like a sound you make when you're throwing up a little bit. Mulch.
Yes. Yes. But it's very important. And we're specifically talking about organic mulch. There's also, and like in the end, I'm going to be talking about living mulch more than anything, but there's also
Okay.
like rubber mulch.
Oh, yes.
Junk.
Yes.
Just avoid. Or there's plastic weed barrier that people use to get rid of their weeds or supposedly to help control their weeds. Not talking about that shit because that is also shit, and I can have a whole episode if you want me to talk about that.
We might, because I have some and I
Yeah.
need to be talked out of it. I have some
In
pretty bad
I
weeds.
used to when I first bought this house because I didn't know. Basically, if you pull it up, your soil underneath is completely dead.
Yeah, because it's just anaerobic and
Mm-hmm. And you'll be amazed how much healthier it will be once you get rid of that shit. I still have some from our previous owner, just like
yeah,
I find, and I'm like, pull that shit up.
my dogs keep for a long
Right.
time. They would like dig it up and it would just be like hair kind of stuff, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Blah.
Yeah. It's not good. We can have a whole episode if you want it. But
Yeah, we might.
in what context are we talking about mulch? In its benefits in helping keep your pollinator garden alive.
Okay.
Or just your garden, your veggie garden.
Yeah, or your
Yeah.
fruit trees or your
Uh-huh. Yeah, just your plants.
any plants outdoors. Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what is mulch?
Mulch.
What is mulch?
Sorry, I'm gonna say that all night. Yeah. Mulch. What is mulch?
What is mulch? Basically, it's an organic material that does three main things. You mentioned it helps hold in moisture, it creates a weed barrier, and it adds nutrients to the soil as it breaks down.
Yes.
It is actually, so I'm currently doing a permaculture design certificate through Oregon State University. If anybody's interested, it's online. Permaculture, I don't know if I mentioned it, is basically like sustainable agriculture is another way to think of permaculture. In the permaculture system, mulch is one of the most essential parts, and that's been very surprising for me.
So underrated. It makes
is.
sense. When I think it's like an infrastructure thing that you don't think about that is like so important. And I'm trying to think of an analogy because I don't know. Yeah, it's like, okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. Like you
I
can't.
know. Yeah, I've learned so many obvious things that I'm like, oh, duh.
You just don't think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you really?
Right. because it's mulch.
Yeah. But the thing is, they're not really talking about like big bags of hardwood mulch that you buy at Home Depot, like you said, which is maybe what you imagine. I think that's what most people probably imagine when they think of mulch. That's what I
Yeah,
first think of is
or
like a
just
big bag.
like if you've ever been on a corporate campus or a university campus or something, and in the spring, you know, or in a city even, it's just like that. You think, oh, it's mulch. Oh, shoot, it's mulch season. And it's just that stinky
Yes.
brown bark like stuff that's in the ground, like on the
Massive
ground.
piles everywhere.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. So what are the kinds of mulch? Because that's one of them. It can be shredded hardwood. It can be pine straw, which is just fallen pine needles.
It's nice.
I know. It is. It's beautiful. It can be wood chips. It can be bark. It can be straw, rocks even can be act as mulch. Usually people buy this kind of mulch. Sometimes you can find that type of thing around your house. Like I found pine needles around my house that I've been able to use as mulch for my entire front yard actually, but um there are other ways to get it for free, but usually you're buying that stuff. You can actually potentially call a local tree service and get wood chips delivered because they
When
have
people take a tree down,
leftover.
yes. So
Yeah.
my friend in Salt Lake City, they took a tree down in their yard and had a wood chipper come, and then they just had this pile of mulch in their front, and they used that to kill some grass in there or something. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, totally. And I think you can just call because we had, I think I mentioned this, but we had one of the tree service, like the chipper people drive by us and we were just out mowing and
But
he
yeah, and you were like,
pulled in our
hey,
driveway and he's like, "Do you want this?" And we're like, "Yes, please, my God." So that was cool. But I think you can actually like call them and be like, "Hey, y'all
do
got
you have
any
any
free?" It's gonna be less it's not gonna be as shredded. It's gonna be sort of like wood
chunky?
chips,
Yeah.
but it's fine. Yeah. You can also use leaves. We're gonna talk a little bit about leaves. Do we have a
I'm
visitor?
yes, I was gonna text him and be like,
That's awesome.
yeah, yeah, we've been drinking wine and I just ran out. Sorry, guys. We had wine
Yeah,
at dinner
well,
tonight, and I was gonna text him and be like, I could use some more, and so he just brought me this.
nice.
I didn't even text him. He just read my mind.
Perfect
That's how.
timing.
Sorry, ladies, he's taken.
That's how in
Anyway,
sync you are. All right. That's awesome. Um, yeah, you can use leaves as well.
okay, that's what I was wondering. So I was like,
Yes.
okay,
We are going to talk a little bit more about leaves because we did talk about them in our Leave the Leaves
leave the
episode a
leaves,
little bit,
which is what
but
I yell at Ada every time she's walking down the street and she eats a leaf off the ground. I say, leave the leaves, Ada. Anyway, Ada's my dog for new listeners, but yes,
that's awesome.
yeah.
Was
But
there a weird sound effect that just happened?
I think maybe it was me hitting the.
Okay, because it sounded like a child laughing
Oh no.
and it made me feel weird
Oh,
because it's not mine.
can we go on a little tangent?
Yeah.
Ada
Is there
has
a ghost?
yes, we think Ada has been like really scared lately of something, and we don't know what. Like, she just like a few days ago, we were walking down the street and she smelled something and she tucked her tail between her legs and she like ran home. And she did it on another side of the street. And then last night or yesterday afternoon, she did it in the house. Like something spooked her and she went, you know, that thing the dogs do when they like skitter on the hardwood floors.
Yeah.
Ran into our bedroom where she never really goes, jumped on the bed and wouldn't come out for 3 hours.
Oh my God.
And she has been spooked. Today, she spent the day, she was outside until it got too hot, and then she came into my office here. And I was in the kitchen. I like was in webinars and just like making pasta in the kitchen, and she would not come out. She slept on a chair in my office where I was not all afternoon. And she's
Whoa.
been we're like, yeah, it's a ghost. So there might be a child laughing. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. I wonder if it got caught on our recording. I'm like
Oh.
so curious.
So
to
now
go
we're
back
having
and-
paranormal activity on our
Right?
podcast. We're like, we're talking
Oh
about
my
mulch, and the
God.
child was like,
That's what it sounded like.
But I think it might have been my wine bottle hitting the
Hopefully.
floor when I put it down.
Yeah. Or else maybe my neighbor, but I don't think so.
Well, you do
I
have a
don't know.
window open.
Yeah. It could have been that. I don't hear
Anyway.
people out there.
Sweet dreams.
Great.
The
least we're
Victorian
recording
child that
remotely.
haunts my house. Yeah.
God, that's crazy. All right, well, we'll listen and maybe make a reel
I didn't
out of
hear
it
it,
if we hear
so
anything. So
okay, sorry.
okay,
Jeez. Okay, back to mulch. So, types of mulch.
crazy. Yeah,
Leaves, leave the
yeah,
leaves. We're going to the
yeah.
leaves. Okay.
We had a Leave the Leaves episode, and we talked a little bit about it. We're going to talk about leaves in a little bit also. There's also green mulch, which is another way that some people call living mulch, but I think of green mulch as like fresh green cuttings.
Yeah, that's like when you mow the lawn and you
Yes,
just take whatever's in there
the
and put it.
grass, and you
Yeah.
can throw it. Yes, exactly. People also call it chop and drop mulch. So,
Cute.
yeah. So grass, chickweed. There are some specific plants that are good for that, like chives, I'm imagining, because they're tall. Chickweed, dandelions, parsley, that kind of thing.
Smells nice.
Right.
Like we don't really choose the weeds that we cut in our front quote unquote lawn, so I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I know. It's oh my god, yeah. We've not chosen our lawn at all.
Yeah.
There's also leaf mulch, which is just actually no, this is where we're talking about leaves, and I'm wondering if we should take a break and then we can talk about a little bit about leaves.
Yeah, it's probably about time. Sure.
Okay, after the break. Alrighty.
I'll check out the Victorian child in my living room.
Oh my god. Sweet. All right. Any children during that?
No, nothing has shown up.
Oh, thank goodness.
Sorry.
Thank goodness. Okay, so there is a study at from Michigan State University, and they researched leaf mulch to see whether it contributed to suppressing weeds or fertilizing your either your lawn. I think they looked at lawns, but garden beds, whatever. And the researchers found that leaf mulch didn't serve either of those things by itself very well.
Okay.
Which is so interesting because I remember during our Leave the Leaves episode.
Yeah, we're like, oh yeah, just leave it. It's so good. It's fertilizing and it's.
Yeah. And it's not that it doesn't, but it doesn't do it very well by itself.
Okay.
So if you're cutting them into your lawn, you're probably going to have better luck. But if you're just using it as like a mulch on top of your flower beds.
Because they need more decomposition to happen.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. It's just like when you're making compost, it's like leaves by themselves will eventually degrade, but it takes a lot longer.
Yeah, 2 years.
They need green stuff. Yeah. So green stuff helps. So both properties go up when you add green stuff to your leaves as mulch.
So if you rake your leaves and you mix it with your grass cuttings.
Yeah.
That makes a better mulch. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
And to be clear, we want mulch to do two things: kill weeds and fertilize, and maybe insulate. Right.
Yeah,
so it might
do
3
things. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe the leaves do the insulation though, because you said it doesn't.
Yeah. I don't think they do that great of a job with that either.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stupid leaves.
Yeah. It's better than bare soil.
Okay. Yeah.
And it depends how thick they are. Like if it's a thick layer of leaves, yes.
Because I'm just
but if
thinking,
it's just like a few leaves on there, it's not going to do much.
my gutters are clogged because we just have forgotten to clean them, and they're full of leaves. And I'm like, that would probably make excellent mulch.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's full of like wet gunk and leaves. Okay.
Yes, it probably would.
I'll tell Sean. He'll be thrilled.
Yeah. And some people don't like the look of it. If you,
Oh, no, it's gross. And it's probably stinky.
Yeah, but I mean, like leaves by themselves. But if you shred them, I think they look nicer. I don't know how to shred them, and also I don't care enough.
I know. Yeah, you'd have to. You're just out there with like my paper shredder,
Scissors,
my little office paper shredder, just like confetti.
Yeah, I mean, the only option I have is a lawnmower, and even that is like too much work for me. So
yeah.
There are like bag attachments to your lawnmower where you take that and shred or spread them out. But
Sean bags because of our weeds, because he doesn't want to spread the seeds when he cuts the lawn.
Yeah,
so
that's smart.
He bags and puts it in the compost bin, not our.
Yeah,
we don't have a compost pile, but yeah, my dad used to he would not use a bag when he mowed the lawn and just let
Yeah,
the
that's what
green.
we do.
Yeah.
Mostly out of laziness. So.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
well, it's not really laziness. We have a freaking acre. So
Yeah.
it's like way too much.
Seven. It's like a Roomba. It has to be. You're like, come here, Roomba. Let me empty you. And
Yeah, 8 hours later.
yeah, you're like, cool. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so but the most exciting option for mulch is living mulch, as mentioned.
Okay. Which, not to be confused with the Victorian child that lives in my house. Living mulch sounds like something out of a horror movie, though, doesn't it? Like living mulch. Bah, 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 bah. It's coming to get you. Maybe that's what Ada's afraid of.
Maybe you have
The
living
living
mulch
mulch.
wandering through your hallway.
I might have to have somebody design living mulch, the monster. It should be our.
Yeah, it should be our mascot.
It's like the trash heap from Fraggle Rock.
Yes.
Living mulch, but scarier. Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome. Not quite so scary in real life, but
Oh.
I do appreciate that
Living mulch.
symbolism. Yeah. Basically, it's just either ground cover, like plants, or just regular plants that can be
Literally
annuals.
living, not.
Yeah. It's nothing crazy.
Huh.
It's just plants.
Duh. Again, yeah, this is like, yeah, obvious.
It's like a mystery in my mulch episode. Yeah, no, it can be annuals, it can be perennials, it can be whatever, as long as they cover the ground, they hold in moisture, they add nutrients, and they do not let weeds grow up.
Enlighten me. What
Okay.
kind of plants are these, please?
It honestly, I don't think it matters.
Okay, but like, I can't plant chrysanthemums and have them. They're not. I need some specifics. Let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Clover? I don't know.
Ideally, so some people do go down that like ground cover route. So they like I have some okay. So like some people say like oregano and thyme, especially there's like is it called creeping thyme?
Creeping thyme. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's those kind of options. But honestly, any native plant, trees are good for this because they drop their leaves. Really like dense, thick trees. Not like a tree in the middle of your yard. That's not going to help you so much.
Not like live oak. I
No,
think.
pine trees though do. They will create a mulch underneath them. Like that's why you're walking through a pine tree forest and it's like beautiful. So yeah, you can do a ground cover, kind of like phlox or whatever. But I mean, I have all kinds of perennial flowers in my front bed, and they are their own mulch. In the sense that they help hold water in, they don't dry out because they've been established for like 3 or 4 years, and they shade the ground, so they shade their own roots so it doesn't evaporate as much. They're super crowded in there. So when they die in the winter, I just let it all kind of die down. I'll cut it down a little bit and then just let it kind of sit. So they give nutrients back. And what was the other good thing about it? And no weeds come, ever. I don't have any weeds.
Okay, you've got to come fix my garden beds and because maybe the thing is that I should just give in to these weeds and things being they're their own living mulch, and they're just like.
It depends on the weed. Sean is probably right that if it's like some invasive bullshit, then you should probably.
Well, see, we need to go through because I know we have. I don't know how much of it is native and how much of it is invasive.
My guess, because I did this for my brother-in-law recently, is most of it's probably invasive.
I think it's like grass seed that's like blown.
It looks like grass?
Some of it does. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, grass is fine. It's not going to spread.
No, I know, but it's like our lawn is so patchy looking.
Oh, okay.
Because like when I moved in, the house had been sitting vacant for 2 or 3 months and nobody had watered the lawn. And it had been a nice quote unquote sod lawn.
Yeah.
But nobody had watered it. And then I wasn't going to water it. So it just kind of was dirt, and then it's been overtaken by weeds.
I see.
And I don't know what the weeds are. I know that there's like, I just need to go out there with my Google Lens, on my camera
Yeah.
and be like, what is this thing? What is this thing? Because we get beggar's lice, which are from something that's like Queen Anne's lace.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll catalog. But Sean just cuts the lawn every week or 2 weeks, and the lawn, as we call it. But
Yeah.
it's a weed forest, so.
How big is it? Because I feel like yours might be small enough
It's smaller than yours, but
yeah,
oh gosh.
to
I don't know.
manage.
We have a pretty large front lawn.
Oh, okay. I haven't been to your house, so I didn't know.
I know. What is this? I haven't been to your house either. This is wild. We haven't seen each other in 2 years
So
or something.
stupid, yeah.
This is wild.
I know. It really is. Okay. That's interesting. So in that case, you can Okay. You're bringing up a good point because this is more for like flower beds.
Intentional flower beds. Okay.
Yes.
Not your lawn.
Lawn is hard.
People don't mulch lawns either, technically.
Right. You could turn part of it into a flower bed.
Well, so I have 2 flower beds in front of my
Mm-hmm.
house. And morning glories spring up every year, which fine, I like morning glories. But there's like this grass weed. So like I've planted mums, which I like how they look in the fall, but they're not native to here.
Mm-hmm.
I've planted salvia, which is native.
Mm-hmm.
But I even put down on one of my flower beds, I put down the weed barrier mulch, or weed barrier, which I now regret.
Yeah.
Soil, and then planted them, and then mulch.
Okay.
Um,
That's what most
and
people do.
the grass just comes through. It's
Yeah.
like, so I want my flower beds to look nicer.
This is in your flower beds. The grass
Yes.
is coming. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, you have to fill them as full of plants as possible.
All right, Sean. Guess what's happening next week? But I have to first figure out which plants, but yeah.
Yeah, and rocks can help. I mean, it's hard because I don't know Texas, but there are like lots of different options for like drought resistant flower beds.
Yeah, salvia is definitely.
Yeah.
And, I could just go out there and maybe weed once in a while. That'd be nice, right?
Yeah, but I don't think you should have to.
No, I don't want
That
to.
is my opinion.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I don't have to in my front bed. I literally leave it alone. I'll give it a chop in the spring because otherwise it grows too tall. I want it to be more bushy. So I'll give like my aster a little, they call it a Chelsea chop, I think.
That's cute.
And that's it. That's all I've done so far this year.
You've got to
And
come.
it's beautiful.
You've got to come figure out my flower beds.
Yeah, I would love to. I don't even have to come. Turns out I can do most of it online. I could try.
We should record this virtual session. And
Yes, exactly.
we're on Riverside. We're like with our microphones and our computers. Like, okay, so do look out for the Victorian child.
Don't mind the
Whoops.
laughter.
Don't trip. Yeah. Okay.
But
all right.
Yeah, so I mean that's honestly it is like
just fill your flower bed
fill it
effing full of native flowers, and it'll hopefully drown out the invasives.
And I don't mean right away. I'm going to get into that.
Okay.
Because stuff spreads.
Like
and especially if it's like native and it's happy, it's going to spread really quickly within like by year 2 or 3. You're going to be like, holy moly, this is like way more than I originally put in. I should show you pictures of like my first year versus now because it's just like explosion. So it's not like you have to you don't want to crowd it right away. But I'll kind of get into like year 1, year 2, year 3. But yeah, like funny enough, having a full crowded pollinator garden is one of the best ways to ensure that your pollinator garden does not die.
What do you know?
Ain't that funny?
Strength in numbers. Yeah.
Yes. So real quick, I'm going to run through like what eco-friendly claims, because every episode we talk about like what eco-friendly claims.
Well, sort of every episode. Sometimes we don't. Yeah.
This is our format that we're sticking to. So the mulch Mulch fanatics, what eco-friendly claims are they making? And I mentioned the three, but main three is use less and less water over time, create a weed barrier, and add nutrients. So I looked into each of these, and it is really interesting. The first one, use less and less water over time. Mulch does, especially living mulch, but you build a layer of organic matter that helps retain moisture over time. And turns out, boy oh boy, you can go down a rabbit hole.
Oh, I'll bet. Yeah.
With most things. But, so some people say lots of things, but my summary of it, and from personal experience and from the general consensus among gardeners, this is very true. But sawdust or really finely ground wood products or compost even, like a thick layer of compost, can actually prevent water from reaching the roots of the plants.
I believe that.
Yeah. So basically, if it's like really dense,
you want there to be space between it. Yeah.
Yeah. It needs to be porous enough.
Because, yeah, otherwise it's just keeping the water above ground. And roots are not above ground. So.
Yes, exactly. And that's especially true if you're just watering on top of the mulch. You can do like an irrigation system, but like, who's got time for that? So.
My father, but yeah.
Yeah, no, eventually, but not for a minute for me. The other claim, the second claim, is that it creates a weed barrier. So mulch suffocates the weeds, it blocks sunlight, and it helps prevent weeds from growing. And I said specifically, like, yes, regular mulch will do this. It's not going to be perfect at it. I feel like living mulch is way more effective. Because weeds still come up, even if you mulch the shit out of a flower bed.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Like hardwood mulch.
That's why I had the weed barrier, because I have mulched, and it was like, oh, and the weeds are back,
Yeah, it helps, but it's not perfect. The only thing I found that actually makes it so I do not have to weed anymore in this specific bed, I have other beds that aren't as like grown out yet, is other plants. That's it.
And it
makes so much sense, right? There's just not space for them to grow.
Right.
So
like you can't hang out with us. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's not really as much like sunlight getting to the ground. So weeds aren't like that happy there.
Attracted to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the third claim is that it adds nutrients to the soil. And I looked this up in the Plants Journal. They found, they studied black ground fabric and 2 living grass mulch treatments. So they compared the two. They were both, it was hairy. One of the living grass mulch is called hairy vetch.
God. We're going to get bleeped by YouTube.
I know. I was like,
hairy vetch.
I don't know that one actually. So I'm like, that's amazing.
I've seen the word vetch before, and it's always like, don't say that. My dad's going to get mad at me for saying vetch. Yes. Yeah.
So good. And ryegrass, which is less scandalous. So the living grass mulch treatments, especially the hairy vetch treatment, significantly improved soil nutrients.
I'm naming the Victorian child Hairy Vetch.
It's a boy.
Hairy Vetch, he's here. It was a girl at first, but now it's a boy.
Yeah, no, definitely a boy. Awesome. Maybe it's Harriet. Harriet Vetch.
They call her Harry. She's kind of... she's a child. They don't have gender. Children don't have gender.
Yeah, exactly. So especially that one significantly improved soil nutrients by enhancing nitrogen-related indicators. And it also promoted tree growth, increased fruit sugar content, sugar-related components, and sugar acid ratio, and reduced the acid content of the soil.
I'm just looking up hairy vetch to see a picture of it.
Yeah, I'm curious. I didn't look it up, actually. I have it, like, I feel like I know what it looks like.
It's pretty. It's, like, purple.
Oh, that's not at all what I thought it was going to look like.
Oh, they kind of look like lupins.
Yeah, or, like, kind of ferny. Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, they are kind of ferny. Okay.
Vicia villosa. Cool. I like it.
That's its Harry Potter name.
I know, right? There you go.
I'm sending
Harry Vetch is its like Harry Potter name. Harry Potter. And then
Harry Potter. And then I don't know if it's local to here or not, but
I don't know.
anyway, okay.
Yeah, it's technically considered a cover crop. But yeah, you'd have to check if it's invasive or not.
I'm like, I'm gonna bring Harry Vetch to Texas.
Right. The hairy vetch outbreak of 2026.
Yeah.
People would be
Cat
so confused.
Cat Cox and her Harry Vetch outbreak.
The crazy thing is, they still know by name which nurseries or farms brought things like the
Kudzu
hickory
or
blight
okay. Oh really?
or kudzu. Yeah, like those are named in that book I'm reading. They know people's names. Imagine that being like your grandfather. You're like, fuck. Great.
Well, and like not having to do reparations for it.
Right.
Nobody's ever been like well, I mean, I guess it. What do you prosecute? But it's like,
Just ignorance. Yeah.
yeah,
And ugh, it's gross. But yeah, that would be a horrible family to come from. No offense if anybody does.
I know our listeners are like, well, that's offensive to me because it's my grandfather's job.
James Cooper from.
I mean, I think most of it was good intentions, bad outcomes a lot of the time.
Yeah, I don't know if it was good intentions necessarily. Well,
Because
no.
it's like,
I think a lot of it was for show,
okay,
like ornamental stuff.
that's
People
very
were like, "Look at my pretty plant that I got from Asia."
Victorian England
Mm-hmm.
idealism. Yeah. Thoughtlessness. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, here we are. This is what we're dealing with. So, in summary, the living mulch, the hairy vetch, definitely improves soil quality way
Wow.
better
Okay.
than like a black cloth. So,
Well, yeah.
may not be surprising, but it's true. So they actually studied it to make sure.
Okay. That feels like one of those things where it's like, yeah, the black cloth that blots out the sun and keeps water from getting in kills
Yeah.
things?
Yes.
Funny. Like, we wrapped a Victorian child in black wheat cloth or hairy
Yeah.
vetch for 2 weeks and just, just to see. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it killed him. Yeah.
But
okay.
I do appreciate that it's sort of like something to point to and be like, oh no, that actually, the soil quality goes down.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
fair.
obvious, but it's maybe not so obvious to everybody. It wasn't obvious to me when I first bought this stupid house. So.
No, and you're just so desperate to keep the weeds under control.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go tear up my stupid
No,
weed
you're
barrier
good.
tomorrow.
You're good. You can just wait until you have a plan. I really
plan?
do believe in like design first. Because,
I agree. Yes.
yeah.
That's what I need because I have just bought
You can
plants,
save
put them out
money.
there, and then been like, oops. Well,
Mhm.
now they're dead. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can kind of like make them the right seasons. You can make
Yes.
them the right heights because that makes a difference on how it looks. So if something's going to grow to 8 feet tall, you probably don't want it in front of your window, for example.
Well, maybe my windows. I do live in a city.
Well,
Please don't
true.
look at my windows. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, actually. But anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so is this something a normal person could do or afford? We ask this also most episodes, and I say yes, since there are so many different options. So, and I consider this kind of thing to be something you build up to. So you
Right.
don't have to spend $1,000 at least every year. Definitely not every year, even the first year. You can kind of like take it in pieces, build up as you go. But if you think about what you're saving over the long term of not having to do the hardwood mulch, I think you're going to be saving some money. And you're also going to be a lot happier.
Plant once and mulch forever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. So
Rather
at
than mulching
first-
every spring or
Yes.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So at first you will need to use some sort of hardwood mulch or other mulch to keep your pollinator garden alive. So like year 1, year 2, year 3. The breakdown is year 1, you're going to need to put like 2 inches of mulch on top of your bed and water a lot. Compost also helps. But if you're looking to keep it alive, those are really the 3 things that you need. A lot of water the first year. Some hardwood mulch is ideal and compost. It doesn't have to be hardwood either. It can be pine needles or whatever.
Whatever.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, just not freaking rubber or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Oh God, that's decorative, and in that, yeah, that's it's like
And it
sowing.
like leeches. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gross.
it's like sowing salt into the earth to. Yeah, it kills
Yes.
weeds, kills everything else too. Forever.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
We just poured some motor oil on it. Got rid of the weeds real quick.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
So then year 2, you're going to fill in the mulch where it's needed. So you will need a little bit of mulch. You'll need less though. And you'll water some, but less. Unless it's really dry, then you'll probably need to water.
I was like, welcome to Texas. But yes.
Yeah, but if you plant like drought resistant plants, you're going to be surprised how well they hold up. Year 3, this can't be like our aloe where we never water it, but maybe.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know drought resistant plants very well, so it's not going to be never, but it's going to be like not very often. Yeah. Okay, year 3, your plants become your living mulch. You don't worry about watering unless there's a drought, like a serious drought, which is for me, I haven't watered anything yet. And it did rain a lot, but it hasn't rained in like 2 weeks and I haven't even thought about watering.
Wow.
Yeah. If it doesn't rain for another week, I'll probably have to, but that's it. And then you don't mulch. You don't bother with that. You don't have to weed. You just sit back and enjoy.
It's a dream.
It is. It is. It's like magic, but not. It's just nature. Okay, so if you're looking for this mulch, like I said, you can use what your neighbors have. Maybe if they have like a bunch of grass clippings that they don't need and you don't have very many, you can use that. If you do have to buy wood mulch, you can, like I said, call around to tree services, or you can wait until it goes on sale for like $2 a bag. I did that this year. Because I don't mulch my one. I'm talking about my one bed specifically. I have others that I'm still building out. But one thing that's very important, like I mentioned in the beginning, avoid dyed mulch.
Okay, yes, for sure. Oh, that stuff's so gross.
And this is trickier than you would think.
No, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Some of it's black, but some of it is dyed brown.
It's so wild.
And the way that you'll know, because sometimes you're looking at it and you're like, okay, brown mulch. That looks like not dyed, it's brown. If it says year-long color on the bag, or if it says color guard, or those types of anything about color, it's dyed.
Okay.
And you might be able to, I don't know if it has like ingredients, but there's maybe some
calorie counts. Yeah.
Yeah. Nutritional guide.
Yeah.
One of the reasons, aside from the fact that it's dyed, that you want to avoid this type of mulch is because I think, from what I can gather, is that it means that the wood is usually worse quality.
Oh, interesting.
So, and it's probably not great for a garden. So sometimes, not always, but sometimes they'll use like pallets, which sometimes are pressure treated.
Right. Yeah.
Which you don't really want, especially not on like a vegetable garden.
It's not wood anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got
like pressure treated. It's got crazy amounts of chemicals.
Yeah, like probably PFAS. Yeah.
Yeah, like all sorts of shit. Like arsenic, all sorts of shit. So I think because this is where my brain goes, is like because they can dye it, they know that the quality doesn't have to be as good because they can kind of cover it up.
Right.
This isn't always true, but because a lot of them will say like no pallets used, no construction materials used. We're going to get into that a little bit though.
Okay.
So gardening know-how kind of backs me up. They say most of the wood used in colored mulch is recycled, which sounds good for the environment. The problem is that wood is being recycled from sources that can be filled with chemicals that are harmful. These wood mulches can end up contaminating soil, waterways, flora, and fauna, and are harmful to humans.
Yikes.
So avoid dyed mulch. Also avoid cypress mulch, which is a big thing.
Wow. Okay, why?
Because cypress trees in Florida are being overharvested.
Oh, just for mulch.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure other things too, but cypress trees are...
Right, because like we said, mulch is usually a byproduct.
Right.
So they're using the cypress trees for some lumber something.
Yeah, that's what my sourcing said.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe it is waste, but my sources said just to avoid that kind of mulch.
Okay.
So, because the cypress trees are, we used to have so many of them, and yet here we are. I don't know much furniture that's made from cypress. Do you?
I haven't ever seen cypress as a furniture
Yeah.
thing. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna look up what they use cypress wood
Yeah,
for.
I'm curious. And don't always buy into the responsibly sourced claims on some of the big brands. So that leads into this idea of responsibly sourced mulch. Leads into the final question we ask, which is, does the earth friendly message need to come back to earth? And I would say yes on some of the big brands like Scott's. So Scott's
Okay.
specifically says responsibly sourced. They're not the only ones. Some of the bags say responsibly sourced. It, like I said, it says there are no pallets or construction wood that is used in that mulch, and that's their definition. But it turns out there's actually a certification
Dun dun dun.
that they don't have that I can tell. I looked all over the pictures of their bags and I did not see it anywhere. And
they would be bragging about it if they had it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because the organic ones are like very obvious. They're like, it's organic.
We
It's
have this
certified.
certified. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the site Growing a Greener World says your garden, if you use the type of mulch that's not certified, your garden might be topped off with a nice thick layer of arsenic or chromated copper arsenate,
Yum.
which is CCA for short.
Okay.
Yeah. But luckily for us, in 2004, the Mulch and Soil Council, that thing that exists, also they developed a product certification program to help consumers identify mulches and soils. So apparently they also certify soil that comply with industry standards and contain no CCA treated wood.
But you have to, it's not outlawed by the federal government or something to sell it. You have to know that as a consumer.
Like everything. Yeah, of course.
Or effer. Okay.
Like everything. In the United States specifically. Welcome to America.
I mean, there are levels, acceptable levels of arsenic. I know. But
yeah,
still,
and it's hard to say, like,
what is CCA gonna immediately give you cancer? As like PFAS,
Yeah.
we don't know, or PFAS, we don't know.
Probably
Right.
not, yeah. But it's not ideal for sure.
Right.
It's
Maybe-
also not good for the earth to
Right.
just like throw that shit all over every year. Fresh layer of that shit. Maybe that's why it smells. It's all that copper. Don't know.
I don't know.
So, like I said, the Scott's bags do not have this certification symbol. I was able to find one. It is hard to find, which is sad.
Yeah.
Even there was one that was like fancy and kind of expensive, and it's called Back to the Roots. I didn't see the certification on that. And that looked fancy. And it looked
Wow.
like, oh, for sure. You know, they
I
had
wonder.
other wording like responsibly sourced or whatever, but if nobody's certifying it, you're like, well, I don't know. Is it?
Well, it's kind of like fair trade, right?
Yes, very similar. Yep.
Tough call. Yeah.
So the brand that I did find that has the certification very clearly on its bag was called Timberline.
Okay.
And I've used them before actually, and it wasn't for this purpose. It was probably just the cheapest option at the time.
It was on sale. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But for a 2 cubic foot bag, which is like a bigger bag than sort of usually it's 1.5. It's $4.28 currently as I record at
Right.
Lowe's. So it's not like $2 a bag, but it's not like $10 a bag.
Right.
So
It's not your luxury.
yeah. So, but as far as like the other claims about water conservation and adding nutrients back to the soil, whatever, like those claims are all true. So those marketing claims don't really need, because they do market that all over the place.
Oh, I'm sure.
On like Scott's and whatnot. Those are true. So that's fine. Okay. Finally, last but not least, our granola rating.
Ba, ba, ba. Oh no.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, is it a bad thing?
Yeah.
So we rate each product or thing that we talk about from 1 to 5 granolas. Soggy is a 1. You don't want soggy granola. And then it goes mushy, chewy, crunchy, and break your tooth off. So I kind of split this in 2 because I felt like there's so many shitty mulches out there.
Yeah. So they're all 1s or 2s, right?
Yeah. I would say like hardwood mulch is going to be like chewy.
Okay.
3. Because there's so many shitty ones, but it is really good in general for your plants and for keeping things alive and for allowing
Especially
you to have a pollinator garden.
in
and
the
for all these
first
things.
year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But living mulch is break your tooth off. Yeah.
Mhm.
Which I guess one kind of comes out of the other. So you kind of need one in some ways.
They're symbiotic.
Yeah. Yeah.
They cohabitate. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So like mulch is good. We love mulch. We need
We
mulch.
love mulch.
But we don't need only mulch.
Yeah.
We don't want suburbs full of just mulched
Colored black
piles.
mulch. Yes. We need some hairy vetch.
We need more hairy vetch.
Did you hear that, Harry? He nodded. Yeah. He's hanging out over by my vacuum cleaner over there. So.
Oh my God, you're gonna sleep so well tonight.
With hairy vetch, yeah.
You're gonna have,
Watching me as I sleep. Scaring my dog.
Yeah, I was like, you're gonna have like sleep paralysis.
I definitely. Oh, yeah. I do. I have that a lot. So.
Oh, gross. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, we had a ghost episode on our Patreon.
Yeah,
which was
sleep
pretty
paralysis.
interesting,
I'm
actually.
probably going to get held down by hairy vetch in my sleep
Oh,
tonight.
no. That's not good. I hope not.
I could talk to him. I'd be like, could you just handle the living mulch situation in my front yard? And he'll be like, sure.
Yeah.
He just needs a job.
I am living mulch.
I am.
All right, sweet. So that was all I had.
It was a lot. I mean, that was a ride.
More than you would think, right?
For mulch. You're like, mulch. But yeah, it was like mulch.
Yes. It's not mulch. It's mulch.
Mulch. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, cool. So thank you for listening. Next week we are gonna have another little like wild ride episode.
Yeah, I think it's going to be about feelings.
Yeah, I love
but
that.
yeah, about like we talked about the cheapest thing to garden and why, but I think things have gotten more dire. So we're going to talk about like return on investment in vegetable gardening or food gardening.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because we had a vegetable gardening episode, and I feel like we kind of focused on year 1, although I was gonna re-listen and I forgot.
yeah, it was mostly on. We talked a little bit about. It was just like, what should you grow now to lower your grocery bill? And
Right.
now that grocery bills are even higher than they were then,
Yes, they
It's
are
like,
so much higher.
is it
When
worth?
did we release that episode? 2 years ago?
I think a year and a half ago,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
that was season 8.
Okay. Definitely much worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that too. So,
Great.
a
A lot of commiseration.
buckle up, Buttercup.
All right. I'm excited. I keep burping. I'm so sorry.
It's like, I'm drinking wine, and that makes me say the silliest things. Apparently, I'm not even drunk. I'm just like happy.
Yeah, I love
Which is
it.
good.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Okay.
Okay, what should we ask folks to do?
Folks, if you have it in your heart and you have $5 a month, join our Patreon, because that's where most of our feelings end up, and we need to record an episode soon. But
Yes, we do.
yeah,
But it's fun over there.
yeah,
And sometimes hard, but mostly fun.
yeah.
And
And we might send you a sticker. So patreon.com/@greeningupact. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cool. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye, Harry.